The new season of Fortnite's here, Chapter 5, Season 1. So let's get into the controller settings. That's what we need to figure out because it's a little weird. It's not as comfortable as it was in the OG season or any season before it. There's a lot of stuff changed, so let's get right into it and check it out. All right, so last season, I changed my settings right at the end because Reet dropped a 50 bomb. He literally had the Unreal ranked, he dropped a 50 bomb, and I thought, man, I want to be more like that. So I'm not expected to be Reet or anything. And also I'm a linear player while he's an Expo player. So if you want an Expo setting, I could kind of go over it with you too. But I pretty much copied what he did and made it a little bit of my own and transferred his Expo settings into linear. So I have the same speeds as him, but on a better curve for my feel. So let's check it out. It's right on the screen. We're just gonna go through everything I do for controller. In the next video, we're gonna go over actual game settings. So like if you're on PC or even on any of the consoles, you can try to follow along, but there are gonna be very important things we're gonna go over next video. But let's check out this one first. So first, let's just look at game. Toggle sprint on. I like that. Auto open doors. Get a feel for it. Mantle activation, hold the jump. Hurdle, hold, press the jump. So all those things are kind of things you just need to know. This is for everything. It's controller or for mouse and keyboard. Hold to swap. So like, we'll kind of go through these real quick. Toggle targeting, I turned off. Mark danger when targeting on. Auto pick up weapons. I had that on until recently. I saw Reed had it off, so I'm gonna just try it without it. Seems good. I configure my items like this. Shotgun first slot, I use scroll wheel, so I use a scroll up to get it. I like my grappler or something like, or impulses in this slot, and I like my assault rifle in the fourth slot and the SMG in the fifth slot, because let me actually show you. When you're shooting, this is the new Envision controller, by the way, guys, from Scuff. Really cool. We might do a review on this eventually, but we'll figure it out. So when you're shooting, you're basically hold down the shoot button with your right finger, right shot right here. So when you're pull a shot while holding that down, you could switch to your SMG by hitting your left bumper, and the shots are just going to keep going. So that's why I like having my SMG in the fifth slot and my other thing in the first slot, because you don't ever have to leave your finger. So it's literally shot and hold, and it's gonna put it over to the next slot. If you use that new thing that I know Cole from Cole Roadie Bros and Upshaw are both using the new item sort system, which seems pretty cool. I didn't need it because I have the scroll wheel up to hit shotgun, and that's it. So scroll wheel down I use for reset, obviously, and then I have the 4 paddles for everything back here. We'll go more over that towards the end of the video. So that's that. All these should just copy pretty much. Building, it's reset building choice on, disable pre-edits. If you're in comp, you might want that off, but if you're just playing regular, you're not going to be like doing pre-edits and stuff. Turbo building, if you don't have it on, you're crazy. Auto confirm edits. I used to use edit on releases. I just switched over to regular confirm edit binds. So I have the reset with my scroll wheel, which I would probably use the auto confirm edit reset if I didn't, but I don't know. Play around with it. All this other stuff. Invert airborne controls, that was pretty important when the planes were around. Everything else you just kind of copy and do your own stuff. If you're having trouble with frames, try turning this off. That also helps sometimes, but if you need the replays, then keep them. All this stuff is pretty standard. Do what you want. Like HUD scale is still like the map size and stuff and everything on the thing, so just do what you like. Reticle on, if you use a custom reticle, turn it off, all that stuff. Reticle indicator, you could leave that on. It doesn't do anything. I like the list better because for damage numbers, because there's more it gives you more knowledge into like how much of the white health there is, but it doesn't really matter. There was a rumor about aim assist problems with it, so that was fake or misunderstood. So, and everything else is kind of copy. Net debug status, that is just your ping. So that's what that is. Gyro off, you could just copy this if you want, but there's nothing really important here. I would just keep it off. I did some testing where X, Y, and Y on this actually gives you less input lag if you have it at 1000%, but it's not really worth it in my opinion. It's not that much. And then there's this one thing that people were doing here for movement. If you have force walk toggle, turn those off. Just don't even use them. It's supposed to help your movement for this season, especially if you're using the double movement slider. All right, so here's the main thing that we want to look at. My settings are a little weird. They use some stuff that not a lot of people use, but everything else is copied from Reets right now. Controller auto run on, build immediately on. This I set to them because some of this stuff really does affect your gameplay. I have a bunch of videos in the Fortnite Fact or Fiction playlist that go over like different things that may or may not affect it, and I've proven a couple things I'll go through in the video. Vibration you want off. People say it hurts your aim. I never really found that, but it could be distracting for some, so maybe change it. And also with all this stupid stuff going on now, all the noise and everything, there's probably a lot of rumbling too. Reset camera to pitch, vibration off. Quick weapon, that's up to you. I have it off. Roadie Bros and Upshall use it, so that's up to you. Show diamond delay, turn it to 0 until once you're used to it, turn it to 0. Otherwise, it's going to show like the stuff on the screen. You might need it for a while. Toggle behavior slot 2, I think is the most normal. So I actually did a test on the basic sensitivity. So if you turn advanced options off and then switch these around, it actually makes a difference. So go try that out. Can you change these now? You can't change it unless it is off. So I found that anything from 6 to 10 has better input delay than 0. So try that. Reed had 5, so I'm testing out 5. It seems to be good. So try that. Make sure you use advanced is on. Build and edit. This is going to be based on your look horizontal speed. So my look horizontal is 38. So if you multiply that times 2, that's 76 plus 0.1%, whatever that is. So it's like 79 or something. I don't know. So that would be like what your build speed is and your edit speed is. So this is where the sense from Reet starts to come play. So basically he uses Expo, so he could actually put his higher. So in his early movements are going to be a little bit better or slower, and then his later movements are going to be boosted pretty high. I found that turning boosts don't shorten your input curve, but they add on to, like, once you hit the end of your stick, there's a 7% dead zone at this end, and then you set the one on the center. So there's 2 different dead zones on your sticks. When you hit that 7%, that's when your boost is going to turn up. So what I did was, Reet's was 50 look horizontal and 60 look vertical. Now this is a transfer over from the old sensitivity from your legacy aim. If you copy that, you'll actually see that like they're off a little bit. So that's why this used to compensate, but he kept it that way because that's what he was used to. So try it out. And it's something to do with how the vertical screen is a little slower than the horizontal screen. It's also easier to move your head up to the head, so that's another option. But what I did was just basically, I was using around 10 to 15 boosts for years because I just like it at the end. It just helps you get some speed. And it's very consistent because it's always at the same spot on your stick. It's just a little weird to get used to if you're not used to it. So what I did was I took his speed of 50 and I just tried to ratio it a little bit. So basically you add that 12 boost to there and you have 50. And that's going to get you Reet speed on linear. Expo, just copy him directly. You could try a little boost here or there, but it's not really worth it. You could, like, pretty much when you're at 40%, you want to use at least 2% turning boost, in my opinion. It's a little controversial, but from another video I made, you could actually see that the progression that the sticks make on linear is about 2% each input point. So once you get to that last input point, 2% is going to be actually where you make like an extra boost on your stick without causing any weird artifacts or anything. Turning boost ramp time, I turn this off. Some people like it. Instant boost when building, I have it off. I don't really care about having it instant because I don't have the turning boost ramp time, so it doesn't really matter. So ADS, I think I copied this from him too. So I made it like 5 and 7 to get like 12. My brain just turned off for a second. You could try different combos too, like something like that. I might actually try that now and do like that because 6% seems to be really good for tracking. And he does the same thing. ADS has a little bit of extra vertical boost like that. So if you're him, you can switch to Expo. I also did some testing on look dampening, make your stick really inconsistent, and Reet turned it off. He had it on for years, and last video he did, he had it off, so I'm sticking with off. Aim assist, some people say turn it to 99. That's a whole bunch of poop. Don't fuck that. The look dampening in this do nothing for your legacy aim assist. All the TikTokers lied. It's proven in one of my videos. I tested all the different types of aim assists, and that was it. So here's another thing. You could copy basic and legacy to check out what your old sense was or what basic sense is. So the dead zones, your left stick doesn't really matter that much because basically it's either crawl or sprint. So put it at whatever you want. It could go really high, your left stick. Your right stick's a whole nother story though. So this one, you want to have it pretty low, but you also don't want to be getting stick drift all that much. And when you keep changing it so if you say you start at 5%, which is the lowest this goes, and like, oh, I'm getting stick drift now, let me turn it up to 6. Oh, I'm getting stick drift now a month later, 7. Oh, now more and more and more and more. And then you keep doing that. What you're doing is actually changing your look curve completely because it basically switches it so there's less input points that it's going to read. and your information. So if you keep doing that, you're going to change your sense every single time for building and for keep that in mind. I would say anything between 7 and 10 is ideal. If you really get bad stick drift fast, maybe go to up to 12, but Reet uses 7. I've seen Mero use 10. So anywhere in between that section is gonna be really good, but I'm trying Reet's out now, so I'm gonna stick with 7. He has 7 for his left stick, Deadzone 2, I think, or he might have even had lower, but I forget. You watch it, go watch Reet. He had a video on, just search up Reet Sense. All right, so I also did testing. Enable foot controller on 1% or off 100% or 100% actually gets you less input delay. I've tested it. It's 100% fact from what I found, but maybe there's other variables that I'm not taking into account. So what I did was I programmed a macro to edit over and over again and counted how many times it missed the macro over 100 sample size on each different settings, and it basically showed that this was the most consistent. I'll accelerate with thumbstick, keep it on for driving. Now I use 4 paddles, so your controller is going to be a little bit different than mine if you're not using paddles. I also tried the generic setting. I don't know how to change it back to generic yet, but it does give you less input delay. I did the same thing with the macro. So other video, go check it out if you want. But these are the ones I basically use. I use left and down and right are on my paddles, and I think X and A or A and B are on my paddles too. So A and B are both paddles. Push to let's see, toggle harvest tool, yeah. A, and so you can just copy these if you want. Your switch mode is B, so those are all my pedals. This is what I use. I changed a couple things, like I changed my map to cells, and so just copy that if you like it. Check what you like. Oh, emote slot, locker emote slot one. You could actually do these. I didn't know that. It's cool. Place, remove map pin. That. All right, so that's all that. And then, well, we can't keep that up. We're gonna have to delete that. So that's it for my setting size. I forgot to do this. So in case you're interested, this is one of my controllers with back paddles. My main one is attached to the scroll wheel, so forget about that right now. But I use this to jump, this to edit, this to build, and this for pickaxe. So that's my binds. You can do whatever feels comfortable with you. In this, you stick around to the end. There's a win in ranked. You can see my rank right now. It's plat 1, 71% complete. We got a good win with my friend LST Aimbot. He doesn't have aimbot. In fact, there's a very funny clip on my YouTube that I shouldn't be talking about. He goes around the guy, but that's another story. So go check out the video. I'll drop a follow. Leave a comment. Let me know what other stuff you want me to try. I'm going to be trying out aim assist packs, seeing how we can make aim assist better, what the new guns, if they have stronger or weaker aim assist. I know there is difference in aim assist, so go check out my other videos. Also, go check me out on Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter. It's all in my description below. Also, if you like this guitar, it should be in my item shop too. So I'm going to have a review of that coming out. But until then, I'll see you guys later. Check out the rest of the video and have a good night. What? My gun stopped making sound. You suck. Oh, I got the Peter Griffin coin.
Yeah, I think that gives you like.
That's what gives you that thing. Yo, is the season? It's a little fucking weird, guys. I'm like, I think the worst part is the movement. You just feel like a weirdo, like running around. No, it's not intuitive. Fuck. I didn't know it was a fucking. Yeah, I'm good. All right, I see a guy right here. Oh my God! That gun just destroyed him. I don't know how much health he was. Bro, never again. Where you get these, you just have to look around, man. Like, it's honestly not like you just Google it and you'll find it. That's where he is. Whoa! I thought I had him already. Holy shit! Thank you for the follow.
They did.
Fuck.